Welcome to the J.R. Hendrix Takes and Gentlemen, the podcast that deals with the early life of J.R. Hendrix. And now, here is his father on the Andrew House Show, the premier radio station that is based homegrown only in Fort Worth. KFWT, Fort Worth Times Talk Radio. My fellow Americans, I have a guest today. The Director of Policy and Liaison for the Small Business Administration and the Administrator for the Entrepreneurial Affairs Agency, James Ryan Hendrix. Jim, how are you? In many ways, better than I deserve. Jim, it's come to my attention that Congress is dragging their feet at some key legislation, namely faith-based initiatives, particularly in the Senate. You've heard that a lawyer by the name of Morris Tiarina is suing in federal district court to try to keep Senate leadership from blocking this legislation. I don't know about Dole, but I think someone like Trent Lott might break from ranks among the Republican leadership to try to get something passed. It's been bound in committee all this time. And sustainability for small business. Let's face it, they're going to try to conclude with a tie later on this month to this welfare reform. And then they're going to sit on the committee some more. And then they're going to ram jam pass it. And Bill Clinton is going to veto it. You're sure about that? You kidding? He passes that with welfare reform. He stands a chance of losing the election. And there is no way Ivy League educated Bill Clinton is just going to give something to Republicans on a silver platter. Needless to say, I am aware of the case that is for civil court. And the way I see it, it's his right to decide to file suit. I have nothing to do with this. This is his choice. I've chosen to do my best, just move on with my life. Jim, you walked out of a press conference this morning. Can you please explain why? I know some of the reporters for some of the questions were pretty sharp. Some of them I was willing to answer, but a lot of them were, I looked at some of the questions they were going to ask, and I was like, the hell with it. I'm not just going to cater to the mainstream media just because I feel like it. I saw what Greg Sanders did last night. You debating with George W. Bush. I have to say that was a rather gutsy and crazy move that he did. Greg Sanders is a moderate libertarian with some social conservative ideas. I ain't got nothing against him personally, but he could have handled that debate with the economy. You think he let the president win? Well, no, I can't necessarily say that he was fair. I've known him, since spring of 93. He's fair. I've known you since the fall of 91, when I was stepping down from my position in D.C. And so, I got to say this, Andrew. I'm doing everything I can. But we got a man in power in D.C. No doubt, he's a beatnik idiot from the 60s is Ivy League. Getting there. There's a few junior Republican senators that might be considered to run with Bob Dole. If you was to select any of them, who would you select? I would be more in line to support someone like John Kyle. Here's why. He's around my age group. Granted, he was born in New York, but raised in Arizona. Brilliantly with a bachelor's in arts and a bachelor of law. What can I say? As far as I know, his wife Carol and their 2 kids. He's a family man that ain't co-opted by the Ivy League. Proof positive, my fellow Americans, that the only limits set upon you are the ones that you impose. Isn't that right, Jim? It is. Look, as long as it's not clumped with welfare reform, if they put some of the legislation that I've suggested and patch it in there together, make a legislation they can all agree with and President Clinton will sign, fine. But at the same time, I won't stop fighting for causes that I believe are rightfully mine to fight for as far as the American people. I'm in servancy to the American people, not the president. Get that straight. Hope you do. We'll be back with your calls. This is the Andrew House Show. Hope you enjoy listening to the J.R. Hendrix Texan Gentleman. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become a part of the adventure. This is the James Hendrix Empowerment Network saying, until next time, get ready for the rest of the story. It gets more interesting from here.